Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever or wherever you are watching this. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jeremy and thank you very much for checking out this video. Today, we put the focus on Sailor Moon, the complete first season. Available now on Blu-ray from Viz Media in the USA. Now, before I open up this thing proper, I'm going to show you what to expect when you have a brand new copy in your hands on arrival, and that means showing you around the box with the cellophane on. As you can see, here is the spine, and for point of reference, here's what it looks like when you have it stood on your shelf. The other side of the slipcase spine, identical. So, for those of you wondering, that is the case with that. There's nothing on top and nothing underneath, because it is a slipcase, so we'll get that removed in a moment. But here is the back cover for you, your first glimpse at this. I'm very curious to see how this works out, given there are 6 discs inside, but we'll get onto that in just a moment. So let's get inside. Just a moment. There we go. Right, so while I'm tearing this off, like I said, there are 6 discs inside this case, and this is a regular-sized anime, so I'm very curious to see how Viz have done this. But before we get to that, a closer look at the front cover of the slipcase. Then onto the spine, here is a closer look for you. And once again, points of reference, here's what it looks like stood on your shelf. And, as I mentioned a few moments ago, other side of the slipcase spine is identical. Now onto the back cover. And if you want to hit pause at any point so you can get a closer look at some of the info you can see before you, I encourage you to do so, and some of you may want to see the technical information, hit pause on it now to give it a read. So, let's get into this proper. Let's see what is underneath the slipcover. Aha, I see right from the get-go we've got the identical artwork there, which I'm totally fine with. I love that piece of art, but this slipcase can go to one side for now. So, before I open up, let's give you a quick glimpse of what is on the anime itself. And the spine, yep, identical. And point of reference, here's what it looks like on your shelf. And the back cover appears to be the exact same as well, so nice bit of consistency there, nice and simple. So let's open this up. So there definitely feels like there's 6 discs in here from the get-go, and that disc doesn't want to turn, so I'll just show you a close-up like this. So disc 1 has episodes 1 to 8, apparently. Now if we look at disc 2, that's got 9 to 16. Let's see how this folds over. That actually works quite well. It's really, really sturdy. I'm happy with that. 17 to 23 in extras on disc 3. 24 to 31 on disc 4. And if I flip over once again, disc 5, 32 to 39. And finally, disc 6, 40 to 46 plus extras. I'm actually very impressed with how this has worked out in terms of feel. It feels very sturdy in here. I've had anime cases before that feel really flimsy with this amount of discs. With a case this small, I should say. Here is what is underneath the disc for a point of reference for you. So yeah, very happy with how this has worked out, because this certainly could have gone awry. Now let's get this disc out so I can just show you what is underneath. Why wouldn't this disc come out? What the heck? Oh, because one of the teeth weren't coming right. Okay, there we go. So that's a little idea of what is underneath. But now, for more just a point of reference, let's see what is actually on the inner side of the sleeve itself. So I'm just going to remove it from here. Oh, that's a really fun image. I like that. It's got a nice bit of got a nice feel of the show about it and the Sailor Scouts and whatnot. I like that. And just for completion's sake, here is what the outer side of this sleeve looks like for you. So with that being said, let's get this back on there. Actually, you know what? Or just because I'm anecdotally curious now, let's see what it looks like if you have the inner side of the sleeve looking on the outside of the box. Because if you're going to have the slip cover, you might want to have something different on the inside, perhaps. I'm not sure, but it's an idea. So here is what it looks like. Now, if you were to put this on the shelf standalone, this may not display too well, but just having that as a fun image inside is a nice alternative. So if some of you want to do that, why not give it a try? You certainly had a preview there of what that will look like. But for the purpose of this unboxing, I shall put the outer side of the sleeve back in its correct place. Now just give me a moment, a little bit of a stickler for detail on this kind of thing. Nearly there. There we go. I think I've just about got that sorted. So there we go. So that has worked out. And before I conclude this, there is one more thing to do. Can I get the slipcover back on this in one go? And the answer is yes, I can. So there we go, folks. That's actually worked out pretty well. That was Sailor Moon, the complete first season. Thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for an upcoming video very soon where I will look at what is on each disc of this release so you know exactly what extras and stuff are included. Thank you very much for watching, and speak to you soon.